Number 1, find x if the measure of JKL, which is the big angle, is 17 plus 14. YKL is 8x minus 5, and JKY is 100. So that means that by the angle addition postulate, 8x minus 5 plus 100 is equal to 17x plus 14. So I'm going to combine by terms. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides, 8x. And then I'm going to subtract 14 from both sides, and then divide by 9. So x is equal to 9. Number 2, similar. LKE is 3x. EKJ is 130. And LKJ, which is the big angle, is 15x plus 10. We're going to find the measure of LKJ. So first, let's find the value of x. So using, again, the angle addition postulate, 3x plus 130 is equal to 15x plus 10. Okay, if I subtract 3x from both sides, subtract 10 from both sides, and then divide by 12, I know that x is 10. So to find the measure of angle LKJ, I'm going to substitute the 10 for x, which is going to be 150 plus 10, which is 160. Option C. Number 3, we're solving for x. So here we could use the segment addition postulate. So the two smaller segments is equal to the big segment. So x plus 10 plus x plus 15 is equal to 19. So 2x plus 25 is equal to 19. If I subtract 25 from both sides, you get -6. And divide by 2, you get -3. Okay, similarly for number 4, 1 plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 3x plus 3. So 5x minus 1 is equal to 3x plus 3. Subtract 3x from both sides. Add 1 to both sides. And divide by 2. So x. Number 5. Points A, B, and C are collinear. Point B is between A and C. Find the indicated length. Okay. Collinear and B is between A and C. AB is 8. BC is 4x minus 2. And AC is the whole thing, 6x plus 2. So 8 plus 4x minus 2 is equal to 6x plus 2. So 4x plus 6 is equal to 6x plus 2. Subtract 4x from both sides. Subtract 2 from both sides. Oops. And divide by 2. So x is equal to 2. And we want to find AC. So AC is 6 times 2 plus 2, which is 12 plus 2, which is 14. Okay. 6 and 7, we're going to identify each pair of angles as corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior, consecutive interior, vertical, or adjacent. So y and x are on the same side. Another name for same side is consecutive. So these two angles are consecutive interior. 7, y and x. These two angles are congruent. They're on the same side, so they are corresponding angles. Find the measure of each angle indicated. So the arrows, remember the arrows mean that the lines are parallel. So 72 in this question mark. These are alternate exterior angles. So alternate interior are congruent angles. So that means that that angle is also 72. For number 9, 52 in the question mark, these are corresponding. And corresponding angles are also congruent. So it's also 52. Number 10, find the value of x that makes u and v parallel. Okay, so if u and v are parallel, these two angles here would be alternate interior, which are congruent. And if they're congruent, then 75 is equal to x plus 84. So if I subtract 84 from both sides, you get negative 9. Okay. For 11, these two angles are consecutive interior. And in consecutive interior, they're not congruent, they're supplementary. So angles that are supplementary add up to 180. So 8x plus 11x minus 10 is equal to 180. So 19x minus 10 is 180. Add 10 to both sides and divide by 19. So x is equal to 10. Okay, number 12. Find the distance between the pair of points. So we're going to use the distance formula, which is x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. So let's label the points. And then we could substitute. So 7 minus 3 squared plus 2 minus 4 squared. That's 4 squared plus negative 2 squared, which is 16 plus 4, which is square root 20. Okay, but square root 20 you could simplify. Square root of 4 times square root of 5 is 2 square root of 5. Okay. Oh, 13. I'm going to run out of space. I'll do it here on the corner. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So for that one, the distance is the square root of 2 minus 3 squared plus 4 minus negative 6 squared, which is negative 1 squared plus 10 squared, which is 1 plus 100, which is the square root of 101. 101 is prime number, so it doesn't have any factors other than 1 in itself. All right, 14. Find the midpoint. Midpoint of the line segment with the given points. And remember, midpoint is the sum of the x values divided by 2, comma, the sum of the y values divided by 2. I label my points. Midpoint is 9 plus negative 8 over 2 1 plus 9 over 2, which is 1 over 2 comma 10 over 2, which is 1 over 2 comma 5. There D. Okay, next, you're going to graph the image of the figure using the transformation given. So for number 16, we're going to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So remember, if we rotate 90 degrees clockwise, xy turns into y comma negative x. Okay, so if b is 0, -1, then b prime is -1 comma 0. Okay, if r is 1, -2, r prime is -2, -1. R prime. If k is 3, -2, and k prime is -2, -3. Okay, and if q is -1, -4, then q prime is -4, 1, which is here. Just gonna look like this. Okay, so your answer is, let's check. Answer is D. Oops. Oh, you know what? Q is -1, -5, which turns into -5. Oops. It should be over here. Like that. Okay, still D. Yeah, still D. All right, 17. We're going to reflect across the line y equals x. So the line y equals x is this line here. Okay, so we're going to reflect across this line. Okay, and when you reflect across the line y equals x, are all of your values, you just switch the coordinates from xy to yx. Okay, let's say we start with j. So j is -4 and 3. So j prime is 3, -4. K is -2, 3. K prime is 3, -2. F is -2, 1. So f prime is 1, 2. And then finally z is -3, -1. So f prime is -1, -3, which is here. Alrighty. So that's going to be option. Looks like it's B. Yep, option B. All right. 18 and 19. We're going to write the rule to describe each transformation. Okay. So for number 18, first of all, it's not a reflection. Just eliminate that because the letters do not match up across from each other. Okay, so it's definitely not a reflection. So you could eliminate reflection. It's not a translation because it didn't simply move. Okay. Now let's check if it's either a rotation of 90 degrees or 180 degrees. So it is a rotation. Okay. One quick way to check if it's 180 degrees is if each point move 2 quadrants over. So L, for example, L moved from quadrant um, 2 all the way to quadrant 4. So it did move 2 quadrants over. So it looks like it's going to be that one. So if it's 180, let's just check with the rule. If it rotates 180 and each xy turns into -x, -y. So for example, U, or let's stick with L. L is -3, -5. -3, 5, I'm sorry. And L prime is 3, -5. So you see how the rule works? It went from -3 to +3 and from 5 to -3. So it's a 180-degree rotation. Okay. 19. Good thing this is multiple choice. So translation means to just move. So I and is above and F is below. So if you just move it, then I prime has to be above F prime, which is not. So it's not going to be any of the translations. So the correct answer is also again a 180-degree rotation. And we could check this, use I. I is -2, -2. And I prime is 2, 2. Again, the rule works, okay? It's the opposite of each number. Okay. Find the coordinates of the vertices of each figure after the given transformation. Okay, so again, all right, so let's go ahead and plot it so we can see what it is. Rotation 180 degrees about the origin. So xy turns into -x, -y. So let's start with v. V is -3, 5. So v prime has to be 3, -5. Okay. R is -2, 5. Well, R prime has to be 2, -5. H is 0, 3. So H prime has to be 0, negative. And then E is negative 2, 2. So E prime has to be 2, negative 2. Okay, so the correct answer is, I think it's A, 2, negative 2. V prime is 3, negative 5. R is 2, negative 5. And H is 0, negative 3. The correct answer is A. All right, 21. Reflection across x equals 1. So here is x equals 1. So it's a vertical line. So the image has to be the equal distance from one side to the other. So since C is 2 units away from the line of reflection, C prime would be 2 units away. M would be in the same place, so this is also M prime, and then E would be 2 units away as well. Okay, so C prime, so if I draw this triangle here, that's the reflection. C prime is negative 1, 4. E prime is negative 1, 1. And then M is the same. M prime would be 1, 2. So it looks like it's going to be option B.